Good morning, everybody. And today I'm going to um, begin again in the beginning of the weeks. You know how I used to come in the beginning of the week and give the card of the week. Well, today I'm giving the card of the week. As you all know, we are all starting um, the regular tarot certification program. I believe I'm going to start in the month of January or February because I have one class that needs to finish. So I wanted to see if you all wanted to be part of this. It's going to be very affordable, and you can join in the Patreon side and pay for the class that way. It'll be like a one-time class. Um, and it's a 1 month long class. And we're going to tie in astrology with basic astrology to the tarots. And these are going to be regular tarots. So if you can, get yourselves regular tarots so that you can follow up, with me during the class, and we can talk about the pictures. It's a really simple way of reading uh, these cards where a lot of people do get confused. 7 of this, 4 of this, 3 of this. This is going to be a very simple way of doing it, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Today, though, when I did my meditations, you guys know I do my early morning meditations, and I requested the regular tarot. Um, to produce a card, and I did get the 4 of Cups. I don't know if you can see it there. Let me see if I can make this. And the 4 of Cups, um, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm a little worried. And the reason why I get worried when the 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 group gets a because I wanted to ask for the group, when the group gets a card like the 4 of Cups, is because we're thinking it's because the majority is thinking that there's something wrong, when in fact what it truly means is you're bored. You're bored of the same old. You are unhappy, you are discontent of the situation that you're in. But just like this guy is looking up at, I want you to look at the card itself. If you look at it, he's got all these beautiful cups, all these golden cups, one of which is actually being, they're even trying to have him drink from this magical hand. And yet he's just sitting there like, oh, woe is me. And it's beginning to look like boredom. Well, if you look at this, what it's telling you is you've got everything. You've got more than what you think you've got. Um, Yet you choose, and this is the thing, and this is going to be hard for some of you to understand, but we choose to be in this state when we really shouldn't, because there's so much work that we need to do. Um, what I usually tell people with the 4 of Cups is to let things just take its course and run and do what it is that they need to do. However, what the intuition is saying, and this again, this is for the whole group, is to ask you if you want something to change, to really ask you if there's something that you want to change. And if this is how you are, and your mind is not grounded, and your thoughts are anywhere else, yes, you need to make a change. Now, a lot of times, and you'll see this with children, when children are bored, um, they do something in contrast to spice things up, right? Whether it's right or wrong, Parents are the ones that are going to apply the discipline where needed. Well, unfortunately for us that were already adults, life is going to apply this discipline. So you don't want to be applied a discipline. I don't know, but I'm a grown ass woman and I don't want life to give me any discipline whatsoever. And looking at the cards, I'm like, oh, in the Cuban heritage, when a child tells his parents, I'm bored, they'll give him chores. So here in our adult world, when we're bored, we have to do our spiritual or our physical chores. And that's going to help us. That means we have this energy that is stuck in us. It's old, it's slow, and it's dragging us down, causing more boredom. Guys, we need to get out of that. We need to get out of that. And especially this week, 1 week before Christmas. Listen, if you don't have enough, make something. Cook something. Make cookies. A thing of cookies for $2. Even less if you buy the ingredients individually. You can crochet a hair, one of those beautiful ballet hair bonnet things. You can do that. I prefer to have Christmas made gifts than, especially cookies or cake, than having something bought. Because when it's bought, I know that I could have just gone to the store, lifted up my lazy butt, stopped working, and go and get what I needed or what I wanted. There is a need and there is a want for people, and you're going to see it in these millennials. They'll make something for Christmas because it comes from your heart. And if that's what it means, then that's what it means. If it means it's a card, it means it's a card. If it means that you can't afford anything and you can do a reading to a family or a friend, then do a reading to a family or a friend. What is it going to cost you? Nothing. Nothing. So if this is what it means, then this is what it means. But when you sit there and you're bored, procrastination comes into play. There's even times where the Four of Cups will represent a time that you're suffering from a mid or quarter life crisis. Means your life is changing and you're resisting. Remember what I say about resisting. I know this sounds like I'm reprimanding, but I'm not. Today's card is so important because we're coming close to a part of the year where we need to start letting go of all our crap and get ourselves back to where we need to. And if you think about it, if you're here at this point of your life, at this point of the year, you really need to get going. Listen, spending your whole day looking at what other people are doing, and I'm not kidding, on Facebook, on the internet, in different social medias, and wishing you had what they had. This is not the way to do it. Being mad because somebody got something and you didn't, it's not the way to do it. It's not the way to feel. Sometimes we want something so bad, but it's not what we need at that time, and you don't get it. It's because it wasn't the time. And this is the part of the surrendering that I'm always talking about. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't for me today. Maybe it'll be for me tomorrow. Maybe it'll be for me next month. Maybe the month after. But whenever it's going to be good. And that's the important part. So I want you to understand that that's what that is. Now, the Four of Cups, while a lot of people feel that it's a negative tarot card, and right now with the message I'm giving you, it certainly sounds negative, there are a lot of positives that you can get from it. Um, in the case of romance, when you look at this card, in the case of a romantic pull, um, it's you're displeased with the life that you have right now, with the love that you have, or without one that you want, and you're always wishing you had someone else's awesome love life. Well, this is the thing. Be careful what you wish for, because people can make it seem that it's perfect, and it's not. And if you wished you had Jane's uh, relationship, and you don't know what it really entails, and you find yourself in a really bad predicament with the one that you tried and tried and tried to get, and you finally got him, guess what? If you're not having a good relationship with that person, you wish this on yourself. Now, yes, we have a lot of people around us, a lot of guides and angels that help us and steer us where we are, but they can just do so much. When we defy, because we can, when we defy the odds, when we get ourselves where they didn't want us to go, and then we're miserable there. So think about where you are. This card is for this week to think about where you are, what you wished for, how did you get where you're at, and understand that you can get out. You have to give yourself permission to do so. Now, if you find yourself where you're not happy and you wish you were somebody else, that's called jealousy. There's no other way. There's no other word. But you can turn that around. Think of this jealousy as a compass, and it's pointing you to where you want to be. Now, are you jealous of somebody else's career? Somebody else got a raise, somebody else got a promotion, somebody else got a man, or somebody else got a woman. This should put fire in your butt to go out there and do something about it. So this is the positive side. It's actually going to help you get up from your butt and do something about it. Don't just sit there and wallow and keep wishing. It's not going to do anything. Nothing. On the contrary, it's going to work your psyche, and it's going to make it worse. Again, the picture of the guy Cubans call soñando de las musarañas, which means he's dreaming on crap that isn't going to help him, yet everything around him, there are these golden chalices, one of which they actually want to feed him. And he's just like, oh, I don't know about that. This is not the time to be. And this is what this energy and this message is for. You can turn this around. Yes, it is a way of us to get ourselves where we need to go to. What is the beauty of a minor arcana card? This is a minor arcana card, which minor arcanas, you can make changes to what comes up. With a major arcana, you still can make changes, but it's going to be way harder to do so. But with a minor arcana card, there is a way of making changes, turning everything into a positive. You can definitely do that. And this you'll learn in the cards class. Now, when we look at the Four of Cups in a love reading, it usually appears when a relationship has run its course. Now, it usually means that a relationship has or will or is fizzling out, and there will be nothing which each party can gain from continuing the partnership. What they don't tell you is there is no way in which each party can gain from continuing the partnership in the way that it is at the moment. So things can change, but it starts with you. All right? Four of Cups can also tell you and warn you, hey, you're doing things, or your partner's doing things to make the relationship boring. Or it can tell you that the person you're pursuing isn't all he's cracked up to be. It's a capricious moment in your life where you want what you want and you don't care what anybody else means. Think about it, because this person that you may be pursuing, you may feel that he's going to take care of everything. You have a fairy tale in your mind, and perhaps this is not exactly who you're looking for, and you're going to realize it. Like these people that do bindings, they do not realize that bindings are almost impossible to break in the 3D world, in the physical. In the spiritual, it doesn't exist. It has no power. But in the 3D world, yeah. So, do you want a relationship, or do you want your life to be successful? Yes. Doesn't. So you have to stop looking at the sky and hoping for something great to happen in the future. Because if you notice, he hasn't noticed. He's not even looking at what he's got at his feet, which are these wonderful opportunities, golden chalices at his grasp. Instead, he's looking up and saying, oh, woe is me, without noticing what he's got here waiting for him. This is a positive card. I don't want to hear anybody say this is a negative card, because it is not. Even where it lands in between cards. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the Four of Cups. No, the Four of Cups tells you you need to pay attention. What is the bad message in the card? When you decide not to pay attention and make the changes that you need to make. So, what are the positive things that I get out of the Four of Cups card? I get a clearer picture of what it is that I want. I'm eating poop just looking up at the sky when I have all these wonderful opportunities in front of me and I'm not touching any one of them. Poop. You get clear what you don't want. Yeah, that guy or that job or that position or my marriage, I don't want it to end. Or my relationship, or yes, it needs to end. Get it? Then the grass isn't always greener. Sometimes we want what others have. We don't know what they are going through. And this is the part of the resistance, and this is a part of the surrender. You know what you've got. You know what you can have. Therefore, don't want what anybody else has, because you don't know when you open that door what comes in. But you know what's in your house. So fix that. And you'll actually, with this card, what I like about this card is that you or me, as a reader, will be able to express to everyone, this is where you take a stand. This is where you need to get motivated and make a change, because whatever change you make when that Four of Cups comes out is going to work out. it doesn't mean it's going to be magic. There's no such thing as magic. The magic is inside of you. You are the one that makes magic happen. So if you want this card to be magical, it certainly can. But you are the one that has that wand, and you're the one that can make that magic happen. All right? All right. So I wanted you all to get a glimpse of what this course is going to be. It's going to be all video based. We're going to go through each and every one of our cards, and I am going to explain it the way that I explained this one for this week. But most importantly, for this week, I want you to remember this card. And in a couple of months, I want you to go back and I want you to tell me what changes you made. Did it make a difference? Are you better? I bet you anything that you will, based on these positive changes that the Four of Cups will bring to you. And again, the picture itself tells you everything. Here's your turmoil with the red on the sky. You've got all these beautiful little nature animals that are like, hey buddy, wake up, get yourself off the ground, stop looking up, look around you. Right here at your grasp, you have 3 golden chalices and one that is actually being given to you. This is it. This card says it all. Is it a warning? Absolutely. But a warning to be a better you, to find a better way of life, to get yourself where you need to be at, and to understand that it doesn't have to be the way that you are living right now. But the most important ingredient of all, are you ready to make that change? Are you? This is the year to do it. This is the end of the year. This is where we sit down and we say, gosh darn it, I need to make a difference. But you can only do it if you want to. Okay? All right. Well, today is Monday. I wanted to share that card with you today. I also wanted to share with you how it is that you will be learning this regular tarot that we're doing, that I'm going to be teaching, and see if you all want to get certified with the Moira's Light School of Spiritual and Healing Arts. And if you do, I welcome you very, very much, because it's going to be a different way, a slightly different way of learning tarots. And we're going to learn it mostly by looking at the pictures, using our intuition a lot, and also understanding what it is that the illustrator has brought forth. And we're always also going to be looking at the positive side to these tarots. Now again, I'm not going to teach you the reversed. That will be up to you. I don't do reversed because as you saw here, the way that I showed you was this is considered a warning card. But I showed you the positive side, because there is always a positive side to tarot. And that is what you need to know about. All right? If this is a class for you, let me know. Just PM me. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful week. I'll see you guys on Friday. This Friday, the 21st, is our very first Friday all day with Mary. So I will have my Zoom on, and we'll be able to talk, and we'll be able to discuss questions, any questions you have about spirituality, about the courses that we're going to give on 2019, all those beautiful things. And tonight we have our spiritual development course. So we will be discussing, let's see what we're doing. This week's course is going to be wonderful. It's going to be for the rest of the month. We're going to talk about burnout, and psychic attacks. And it's important for you guys to know what these things are and how to work them out and how to understand that we're good and we can actually remove all these things, all these obstacles from our lives. But most importantly, we need to take care of ourselves. And when we feel a burnout is on its way, we need to get up and out and replenish. And that's going to be what we're going to talk about, different ways of doing it. All right. So today is the 17th of December. We're almost there. Oh my God. So I will see you soon. I have some cards that I need to pull for some people, and I will see you. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your week.